What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is a beautiful Sunday morning out here, and today I woke up wanting some breakfast, but I wanted to kind of think outside of the box. I wanted some bacon, eggs, sausage, a little jalapeno spice in it. So I thought, okay, what better way to put all of it together than in an egg roll? So let's go whip it up. Now let's jump into these ingredients. As you see, I have my eggs, bell pepper, onion, jalapeno, sausage, bacon. I have the cheeses that I'm going to put off into it, some egg roll wrappers, and my seasonings. Okay, first and foremost, guys, we're going to start off by putting our bacon on this baking sheet, and we're going to put it in the oven at 400 degrees until it gets nice and crispy. Okay, so now that we have the bacon in the oven, let's start chopping up our vegetables. I'm gonna start off with my jalapenos. I'm gonna just cut the end off like that. And I like to cut it in half. And then after I cut it in half, I like to remove those seeds from my jalapeno. That way we won't burn our tongue. And the spice level won't be too much for some people to handle. Me personally, I like to leave the seeds in there because I love heat. But for some, heat is just a little bit too much for them. Just gonna clean it out like that. And after that, I want to make some, just cut them up in strips. This little piece, for some reason, I like to discharge. Okay, so next we're going to chop up our bell pepper. Okay, so now the vegetables are all chopped up and ready to go and set to the side. Let's go ahead and now cook our sausage. And we're going to want to break this down into little pieces as the sausage starts to brown. Well, that kind of rhymed. Break it down as the sausage starts to brown. And for the people who don't like messing with pork, you can also use ground turkey if you like. You can add some ground chicken. Okay, so now that the sausage has finished browning, we're just going to remove it from the pan. So now that I have the sausage all browned up, you see I still have some little sausage bits in there. I'm going to leave that in there because that's added flavor. I'm going to add around a tablespoon of butter, and we're going to get that melted. Now I'm going to add my chopped vegetables to the pan, and we're going to saute these vegetables so they get a little soft. Okay, so now that the vegetables have softened up, I'm going to add in my eggs. And we're just going to scramble them up. And guys, you want to make sure that you do not overcook your eggs, because like I said, we're going to make egg rolls, so they're going to cook. So once we start frying the egg rolls, they're going to cook a little bit longer. So we don't want your eggs dried out. At this point, my eggs are finished cooking. As you see, they're not dried out. They're at the right consistency that I like. Okay, so now I'm gonna start putting everything together. I'm gonna add my eggs to the bowl. What you wanna do now is get in there with your hands and kind of mix everything up. You can also use a spoon if you like. But I'm just getting there and mix everything up. Get those seasonings, bacon, sausage, and eggs all incorporated together. And guys, like always, the ingredients to this recipe is going to be in the description box. Oh, and also guys, before you get in here with your hands, make sure that you have let your stuff cool down a little bit. I don't want you burning your hand unless you have some heat resistant gloves like I have. Like I said, otherwise just use a spoon. Okay, everything is incorporated. Now it's time to start assembling the egg rolls. Okay guys, so all we're gonna do, we're gonna take some of our shredded cheese and just put it right off kind of in the corner right off in here. Then we're gonna take our egg mixture. We're just gonna drop that right on top of it. Oh boy, my stomach is growling. Okay, then we're gonna fold it up like this. We're gonna go in, cuff it, get those edges off in there. Then when we get to about right here, we're gonna have some cornstarch and water that I have mixed up. Just get in there with that. Then go ahead and roll. There you go. Then we're just gonna set it to the pan, and we're gonna continue to work on the rest of them. So I have my temperature set at 375 degrees, and we're just gonna gently lay these egg rolls off into the hot oil. And as they start to cook, you want to kind of move them around a little bit so they can evenly cook. Okay, so after about 3 to 4 minutes, I'm gonna remove my egg rolls from the oil and start on the next batch. After I remove the egg rolls from the oil, you see that I have them hanging out on a rack just for them to cool off and let that oil drip off of them. You don't really want to put them on a paper towel because what's going to happen, egg rolls will tend to get a little soggy. All right guys, you see it. You see the finished product right here. These breakfast egg rolls are going to be off the chain. So without further ado, let's go ahead and cut them up and taste them. Dip them in a little this picante sauce. Smacking. On point. These breakfast egg rolls are going to change your life. Make these guys for a morning breakfast or brunch or just whenever you get hungry. These are gonna be a hit. The flavors are always hitting on 10s. They're hitting, smacking. So, without further ado, guys, I'm not gonna keep you any longer than you need to be here. If you like the food vibe that we did today with these breakfast egg rolls, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends, and until next time, see you in the next video.